I recently shared a letter with some friends that I had written after the shooting in Uvalde, Texas, to the president, the governor, and my state senators. And they have supported me in sharing it publicly. So here it is. I am a law-abiding Texas citizen and gun owner, as is my husband, who served 33 years in the military. I'm also a trauma therapist and well understand the human toll that our out of control mass and other shootings are taking on people. I'd like to share my thoughts and questions about what is keeping you and others from making changes to keep our people safe. I've read the Second Amendment. However, I think it's been taken out of context because having a militia to bear arms in case the English attack is no longer necessary. I don't see how we can say that all of us gun owners are a militia. Wouldn't that be more like the U.S. Armed Services or each state's National Guard, the police? They are organized with the goal to help keep us safe. I can tell you that not knowing, or I should say not knowing, who now in Texas is carrying a gun, or what kind of gun, or if they have been trained to how to use it, or know how to keep that weapon safe, does not make me feel safer, or safe in this state. I'm going to regress a bit to make a point. When COVID was first known, I didn't think much about it until I realized how contagious it was. And I could bring it home to my husband, who has multiple health issues. I didn't have health concerns for myself, and I didn't want to disrupt my private practice. But when I realized that my needs could potentially kill him, I packed up my new office I'd only had for about a month. I came home and set up my new office here and provided telehealth counseling services. I got what I wanted, and I kept my husband safe. I think the same approach needs to be taken regarding the pandemic of killing in this country. At first, I didn't understand why the parents of the children from the school massacre in Uvalde needed DNA samples to identify them. But then I learned that an AR-15 is 3 times faster and uses twice the force as my handgun. Also, unlike a handgun, the bullet from an AR-15 does exponentially more damage. I don't hear anyone talking about that. The bullet of an AR-15 is designed to explode and tumble on impact. Bones don't break, they shatter. Organs don't tear or bruise. They are ripped apart and are like mush. Those parents had to see that kind of damage done to their children. This couldn't be happening in my country. Yes, in my country, this is happening. And those like you who are supposed to represent me don't. For pleasure, these guns are protected. Our children have become collateral damage. For ego, these guns are worshiped while our safety is compromised everywhere. The right to this kind of weapon with bullets that do this much damage to a human body, an adult human body, let alone a child's human body, has become greater than the rights for us to be safe at school, work, the grocery store, the doctor's office, church, the movies, even a concert. If guns are supposed to help us be safe, how did we get to this place? Until we act, we don't know if something will work or not. A mind that says that won't work is a closed mind with no ideas to apply and no results to measure. Our lives have gotten too complicated to believe we can always predict if an idea is going to work and give us the results we seek. I know that. I think most people know that, but I don't think politicians seem to know that. As a gun owner, I don't feel like my rights would be violated if these guns were completely taken off the market. What kind of civilization needs this kind of ongoing potential threat? And I just said these guns that are doing this kind of damage, not all guns. Here are some ideas worth considering that could maybe deter the escalating trauma in our land. Raise the age for semi-automatic rifles to 26. That comes from my knowledge of knowing that the executive functioning of an adult brain isn't fully online until between 26 and 30. Have manufacturers make smaller capacity magazines. Have a 3-day cooling off period before a person can get in their physical possession a semi-automatic rifle. As a mental health professional, this could deter the person long enough so they didn't act impulsively, and maybe they'll be cooled off enough or have some kind of intervention so that they don't just get the gun and then go out and shoot somebody, as has happened in the last couple of shootings. Create an anonymous tip hotline for people who have heard or seen suspicious social media posts about getting a gun and killing people that could alert police to check that person out and intervene preventatively before something happens. Improve background checks. And notice I did not say confiscate everybody's gun. These are a few ideas I have. It is very difficult to face, but I must. That the collateral damage of our citizens is the price we are paying for having these kinds of weapons of human destruction. Thank you.